The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belts. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. I'll pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arm. There's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over. Darling, it's time for your present, come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. Nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year, drinking hot wine by the fire. Here on our own, we got nothing to fear. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. Pick up some candy canes and hang a wreath on your door. It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. What camera are we on? I need the wide one. Oh, we are on the wide one. I've got to be careful of Randall tonight. Randall is the dangerous one. Golly gee whiz, Batman. Randall is the dangerous one. What an eye he's got. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are on bump night, halfway through the beginning of the week and into the second half of the week. As you know, I put up a video today, and then I made a second one. The second one is for you, David, if you're on yet already. I didn't look to see. Yes, I see you in the list there. I did your video, so it's ready for, I think, either tomorrow or Friday. You guys will help me decide. I put one up today. I'm eager to put it up again tomorrow. David, if you want to see it ahead of time, since you've waited so long, you can email me and I'll send you the link because it's up, it's ready to rock and roll. So let's see, what do I have to do? I was very cocky and confident last night, and I thought for sure I had you guys. Now tonight I am not so cocky and confident. So I'm not going to say, you know, that, oh, I hit it good, but I really think I hit it good. But I'm not going to say it in a cocky way. No, because last night I got caught with my pants down, bit in the butt, so to speak. Randall's eyes were absolutely amazing. So now I'm walking around the room just to make it a little bit more fair. I did a video today, so I moved some stuff around. I showed how to... actually, you know what I did? I showed how to take this picture. This picture right here. I showed how to take this picture. That was the result of what I did today, okay? So I showed how to take it in 10 seconds. That's how easy it is. You're going to spend more time in the computer uploading it, taking you know, making it look any better, but I mean, this is so almost out of the camera. There's hardly anything I had to do. The only thing I did do is I added a little sharpness to it, because I have the camera set for live streaming, which is not a lot of sharpness, and that's what it did. And the big news of today is out of nowhere, and this is the way it's going to strike. Out of nowhere, no hints like, oh, it's going to slide in to home plate. It's like we have signed a manipulation, desification, retard. No, better not say that word. You know, or that one either. None of the Asians words, but one of those said we sold it to Jip, something, and they are taking over Olympus. So Olympus basically has fallen. The movie was fake, but this is real life. And my Olympus camera was so sad. Yes, it was. It was like, Peter, don't you love me anymore? I love you. I do. I love you. What makes you think I don't love you? I'm putting you up for sale on Monday. I'm putting you, and I'm going to make a picture like I showed everybody how to make. Well, tomorrow everybody will see it. But I said we were going into this decade with 7 or 8 or 9 camera companies that are major, like Canon, Nikon, Sony, Panasonic, Fuji, Olympus, Pentax, Leica. I miss any other big major ones? All those guys, and if there's another big major one that's like right there at the tip of my tongue, I just don't remember it. That can't be. The cell phones have taken over most of the camera companies. I'll give you a hint, since I think I hit it too hard tonight. You can't see it right now, okay? So does that give you a hint for you guys that are sharpshooters with your eyes? Let me make sure I'm not giving you hints and somebody already guessed it. I've just taken a quick look all the way. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Okay. Never mind the hints. Pretend you didn't hear that. Okay. All right, so I'm glad I wasn't cocky tonight. Last night I was cocky. So those camera companies is what we entered into 2020, this decade. We're going to enter 2030. I don't think we'll have 3. I think we'll have Canon, We'll have Sony. And I'm pretty sure Fuji is, unless there's a surprise, I think Fuji is just going to putter along, honestly. I really do. I think Fuji is just, they've been making good stuff. They're answering the people for what they want. We wanted this and we wanted that, and they've been giving it to us. So, you know, we wanted image stabilization. Here. You want another helping of image stabilization? We wanted a flippy screen? Here! We'll give you a full-time, all kinds of flippy screens. Nikon didn't do that. Sony's not doing that even. If Sony comes out with new cameras and they give you that same stupid screen that only pops up, Sony, I'm going to have a question in my mind. I'm not going to announce it, but I will have a question in my mind. Because playing the game, now when the big boy, which is Canon, doesn't play that game, okay, with the flippy screen, okay. Now we haven't seen the camera, so it might come out, and if it doesn't have a full articulating screen, somebody lied somewhere, okay. So that's something we have to keep an eye out for. So I do want to talk, in case you're wondering, what's all the blabber about? You know, I have been putting titles to these videos, hoping to attract new people with the titles to come in and see what we're about. So I can't put up the title and then talk about it 40 minutes later. They're going to go like, oh, not even going to bother. So they won't see your wonderful personalities for at least 3 or 4 minutes. So this is kind of like a monologue. Like if we had, who was one of the big guys at late night? Johnny Carson. He had the monologue, and then he brought in the stars. Well, you're the stars. Hello, you guys are the stars. So I'm just doing the, hey, did you see what President, what do we have? Trump today did? Yeah, he did that. And everybody laughs. Well, did you see today Olympus sold itself? Yeah, that isn't a laughing matter. So does it mean anything to us as Olympus users? I don't think there's even going to be a skip beat. Not even a skip beat at all. First of all, they've got top-end cameras right now. Okay, so where are we? We got top-end cameras right now. This is a 2016, it's a top-end camera. It might be missing something here or there, but the Mark III has added a joystick, and I don't know what else it's added. You know what it needs? I'll tell you one thing that's not so major, okay, because you could plug in an external recorder. It needs a no recording limit. All right, so they might not be willing to put the pony up the money to pay the European tax, because the European governments, whatever they got going over there, was supposed to remove that from the taxation. And maybe you would have seen it. But Olympus, I don't think the smaller companies are going to give you a no recording limit, but they're going to give you an HDMI, so you can record externally. It's kind of like, for most people, a downer. It's like, oh no, man, you know, I just wanted to turn the camera on and set it and forget it, you know, and that type of thing. That's the price we have to pay because of government laws, and some of them are just absolutely ridiculous. If it's a camcorder, you get taxed. Well, excuse me, who came up with that stupid idea? That's ridiculous. How about if it takes a picture, you get taxed? Oh, we better not do that because we might get voted out of office. Well, the governments better be careful because they might get voted out of office anyway by doing this kind of cornball stuff. If it takes videos. Videos is where it's at. YouTube is only behind Google in terms of a search engine, and it's all about moving pictures. That's true. We're in the age of moving pictures. I have to tell Mabel, you know. Let me make sure everything is going okay over here. Yes, we are. We're doing okay. I got to make sure. I don't want to get a phone call from Jonathan because he'll put me in that fire truck and start ringing the bell. So that's my opening monologue. Olympus has sold. Let's see what we get from here. We get the Nikon Z50. Hey, Z. Everything clear? Yep, everything's clear. I got the cameras so close to each other, I have to make sure one isn't hiding the others. So that was what? That was number 7. And the 6100 is number 8. So I do have a question for you guys that are initiated in this much more than I am. Last night, the audio really disconnected from the video, and I have no clue how to put it back together. Okay, so if anyone has experienced that and knows how to put it back together, either email me or write it down. okay, because I just let it roll, because what am I supposed to do? Just sign off? You know, so that is, I guess, a question for you guys that are, don't be guessing at it, okay, because if it happens again, I want to be able to address it. So today's video, I recorded it in 4K, and tonight, I do believe we are still, yep, we're still streaming in 4K, and I think all the cameras are set up for 4K. I can't confirm it, but I'm pretty sure I fixed all that up, but not 100%. Remember last night I was really 100% with the Windex bottle? All right, so now what have we got going on here? We have Scott is the first one in tonight. Wow, Scott. What did you do? Get off of your house chores early? I'm so happy to see you in here. I'm so very happy to see you in here. And Scott says, let's go to the donuts. I finished the box. I didn't buy another one. Do I need to buy another box of donuts? Well, maybe for the weekend. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome, everybody. What is our vision? What is our vision for this channel and for my big channel? Maybe even for your channels. Our vision is the key to photography is actually having fun and spreading love. And that's what you guys do very, very well. Building relationships. We're doing that pretty good too. And creating memories. That is what's so special about watching a Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch a Peter Gregg video. That comes from my grandfather. That was his slogan in his business in the 20s and the 30s. And then Dad took it over, and he used it all through the I guess, the 50s. I wasn't, you know, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And then my brother used it for a while, and then he dropped it. So I told my dad, can I pick that up? Can I use it? Would you get upset if I used something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch a Peter Gregg video? I said, I want to honor you, and I want to honor Papu. That's grandfather in Greek. Abuelo in Spanish. Okay, so I guess the donuts got me into a yappity mood. And we have Mario. Mario, hi Peter. Hi to you, Mario. It's always a pleasure to see you in here, buddy. It's always a pleasure. It's all these names just give you that warm feeling. Something warm, human, and wonderful. I'm reading my own bylines. Jonathan, good evening, Peter and everybody. Hi, Jonathan. Good to see you. David says, hi, folks. Hi, David. How are you doing? What are you doing? What did you do today? I know with the back surgery it laid you up, but you're back in full operation now, right? And so I just want to check in and see how you're feeling. And Jonathan says, it'll be okay, Olympus. You have family here. Yes, we love our little Olympus. Until I put it on the sales block Monday morning. That's a joke. You never know when I buy something or sell something here, though. So they come and go. Nixon is in the room. Hi, Peter. Hello, folks. I hope everyone is doing well today. Yes, I think, and if you aren't, and Mary, if you're watching, Mary, sweetheart, and you don't want to say anything, just know that I've been announcing it, that you're in a lot of pain, and that we need to keep you up in prayer. And we are, because Mary, in case you guys haven't heard, I think it was suddenly. I'm not sure about that part. Unexpected suddenly. In other words, you woke up today and you had no idea what was going to happen today, and something bad happened. Her brother passed away, and she's very tight and close with her brother. So her heart is in a lot of pain. So those of you guys like me that's into prayer, praying to God and in Jesus, then pray. Those of you that send well wishes, send well wishes. Those of you that go, what else do they do? Good vibes. Let's prop her up as a family, because we are a family. So that was Nixon. Jonathan says, Scott brought donuts. No, I don't see the donuts. It's Norm that puts the donuts in there. You guys know how to put a donut? Stick it in. David says it's business as usual for Olympus. Nothing to complete, and everything that is planned to be released this year will be. Yep, I don't think they're going to miss a beat. But for the marketing department to announce, hey, we sold the company, that's big news. I couldn't let that go by, David. I had to make You know, because this is the first one to fall for this decade. It's the first one to go boo, boom, shh. So I had to make a video, and you know what? The video is doing pretty good, and I think it's because of you guys. I think you guys went in there, you gave it a thumbs up. See, YouTube tracks all that. You know, how quickly does people go in there? How long do they watch? Do they watch to the end? Do they give it a thumbs up? Do they watch it for like 2 minutes, 1 minute, and then turn it off? And then those that meet their criteria, then they go, oh, we'll recommend this to other people. So you're actually playing a video game, except it's business with YouTube when you're doing these videos. So my first step was to actually put titles on these videos and try to address it in the first opening beginning section. This way, their algorithm, whatever it is they're looking for, is actually functioning, and maybe it'll help me. So, but for the guy that owns it, I don't think, like me and you, I don't think it'll matter one iota. Actually, you know, they're not going to go backwards. So, Joe, I haven't seen you in a while. Joe, how are you doing? Hi, Peter. I'm looking forward to the new Canon, the R5, the R6. Yes, that's climbing, 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 and Sony goodies. I agree with you. I can't wait to start talking about them. All I've done so far is talk about rumors. That means there's no camera to hold on to. There's nothing to look at. I can't check in with any of you guys and see what's going on. So I've got to use my mental abilities and try to drill down through that stuff and use some of the experience where I've been through this nonsense before and see what happens. So we're coming. What is it? Today is the 24th. So 6 days, and I don't remember if we got 30 or 31 days. And then we're in July. We have completed half a year. And I just uploaded Creep, the song, just 2-3 weeks ago, but it's been 5 months ago. You know, I spend so much time practicing it, it's kind of embedded. So Joe says, hi Peter, I'm looking forward to the new Canon and the Sony goodies. And I think most of us are. I think most of us are, really, to be honest with you. MDM Mark. Hi, Peter. How you doing, Mark? Watching you from work. Looks like it will be a 14 to 16-hour workday. Golly gee whiz, Batman. Are you getting any benefits from that? Do you get recognition? You get extra coin? You know? Do they pay you? What kind of work do you do? You might not want to write it here. Okay, I understand that. A lot of you guys have written me, and I keep everything that you say private, unless you say to actually share it, and even then, I forget to share it. So you can write to me. My email is in the description above or below the video. I don't remember where they put these descriptions anymore. And I actually put hashtags under the video, too. That gives you my 3 channels. Listen. I don't mean to going on a sidetrack, but this could be very helpful. A lot of people don't use those hashtags that appear under the video to their advantage. You know, like if I write, I write something about cameras, they'll put a hashtag, cameras that went out of business. How does that help your channel? What you really need to do with those hashtags, if you have a channel, okay, is those hashtags should not be general. Like if you did camera repair, and we talked about fixing a camera, hashtag camera repair. That isn't going to help your channel. You need to use those 3. You get 3 hashtags under the video, okay? And it will read the first hashtags you put in the description. Point them to yourself. So I have hashtag Peter Greg, I have hashtag Peter's Kitchen, and I have hashtag PeterGreggLive. So when they click on those hashtags, it doesn't take them off into the wild blue yonder. It brings them right back to me someplace, okay? So if you have videos, start using those hashtags to recirculate people back to yourself. That is really, really key. You know, I used to do that myself. I made like rice pudding, and I had hashtag best rice pudding. Well, all it's going to do is look for other videos that will meet that, but it's going to take them away from me when I have an opportunity to make them come back to me. So instead, now at Peter's Kitchen, I'm still using where it's pointing to like best Peter's baby back ribs or something like that. But those have to be fixed. That has to be the 3 like I've got. Peter Gregg, Peter's Kitchen, PeterGreggLive. Then when they click on that, even from the other channel, the bigger channel, it'll bring them here, or it'll bring them to Peter's Kitchen. That helps me. So you guys that have YouTube channels, start using the hashtags to your advantage. So we got MDZSHOTS. Hello, MDZSHOTS. Oh, MDZSHOTS. He put up a different avatar, and he even has his email in the avatar. I've never seen that before. What a mighty, 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 mighty good idea. Holy moly. MDZSHOTS Photography, headshots. Here's my email. And the other part in the gray, I can't read it too well. So I would take that and run with it. Honestly, I think that's one of the best ideas I've seen in a while. So hello, Peter. This is Mike from LA. Hi, Mike. Does it matter that the 24 to 70 f2.8 version 2 has no image stabilizer? It's disappointing, to be frank with you. Honestly, no. Okay. And unless you have quite of an older camera, because at let's say at a shutter speed of 125, we can go 1/80th of a second and higher. You should remember to turn the image stabilization off, because now you're at shutter speeds where you're actually freezing the action. If you're using a flash in a dark area, or if you're using a high ISO, okay, by adding stabilization, you can actually blur your picture. Did you know that? Image stabilization can actually work against you. It's moving a lens if it's optical, or it's moving a sensor if it's inside the camera body. But most of the camera bodies today can easily go to ISO 3200 and still make a 16:20 print and not even break a sweat. Okay, and there's a couple of tricks to that, which I'm not going to get into right now. So a bigger use of image stabilization is your shutter speed. Bump up the ISO, don't be afraid. There's people that like all they do is okay, let me see if I can see any grain. Oh, I see grain, this is terrible. No, it's not. You know, 400 ASA film had more grain than a 3200 picture from today, ISO 3200. The film with an ASA, the film speed of 400, had much more grain in it than today's cameras that have ISO 3200 if you set it to that. Okay, at ISO 6400, you're getting into the ISO 400. Okay, and I used to shoot weddings with ISO 400 film. Sure did. And you know, you print it on a linen or on a canvas paper. Okay, it doesn't have to be canvas, but it can be a canvas paper. And if you add a little bit more grain, your own grain, and you're going like, oh, this guy is nuts, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Trust me, you add a little bit of your own grain, it counteracts the grain that's there, and it just makes the grain so fine, it's actually pleasant to look at. And then if you've got like a 20x30, print it on a canvas paper, a canvas finish paper. Doesn't have to be canvas where it's got the wraps and the gallery wraps and the stretch bars and all that. Just use a canvas paper, and it can be mounted like any other paper. And when it gets put up on the wall, all right, the canvas, it hides all the grain. It's like nobody's looking for grain. It's like, what a nice shot. And they look at all this canvas going back and forth, back and forth. So it's not a deal killer at all. It's a marketing thing, and it's great for video. Because with video, you have to go up with ISO in order to get your image, but you're still going to be stuck at 1/60th of a second unless you want it to look a little stuttery. So no, it's not. I haven't found. I had that lens in here twice. 3 of my friends have it and love it. And it would probably be one of the first lenses that I would buy. Now, if you've got the money to buy the genuine, if you're buying the Canon and you can get the RF mount, then save up your pennies to get that, okay? But don't get the 24 to 70 Mark 1, or the one that has no mark. That lens it's very, very, almost impossible hard to calibrate it, okay? So it's really, it's not a lens I can honestly recommend, not even an inch. So let's say one of the younger guys that we have in here, oh, I can get a 2470, the original one, and I can get it like 75% off. It's a Coke bottle. Don't buy that one. The Mark II, it's at the top of the class. So they went from like, people were selling them. I sold mine. And I bought the 24 to 105 f4, and I hate f4 lenses. I want the 2.8, but the lens was not reliable to give me sharp pictures. It just couldn't do it. It couldn't do it. So, David's in the house. Up six? Are you serious? Maybe that something's working. Maybe I know that Simon, an ordinary filmmaker, mentioned me, and maybe some of you guys that have videos have mentioned me. But 6? Wow, we haven't moved, what, in 3 days, David? And now we're up six subscribers. I'm going to have to look and see what we got. Scotty, yes. I brought 3 dozen donuts. Hopefully that will be enough for everybody. Peter, do you have any apple cider? No, but I can run over to Publix and get some. Or I can make hot chocolate. I make a mean hot chocolate. Or cold milk. Donuts and cold milk? What do you guys have your donuts with? Please don't tell me you dip it in coffee and tea. Although I could see how that would work. Speaking of Simon, ordinary filmmaker, Merry Christmas, Peter, and the Greggies. How are you guys? How are you? How's you and my little Simon? Peter, I am uploading my 3rd video now. I need to stop this craziness. Enjoy it while it lasts. Don't despise small beginnings. Just enjoy it. Keep on trucking. You know, when you get at 100,000 and you got a check of $7,000, $10,000, $20,000 coming in, that's your job. That's your work. Just laugh. Ha 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 ha. Or if you're in the Christmas room, oh ho 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 ho. Frosty, 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 Frosty. Every time I see Jingles memorial bed, I think Peter needs a new puppy, a Chihuahua Pit Bull mix. No, we won't be doing that anytime soon. We're not going to do that. Nope, nope. David, okay. We'll check it out on the product video. Okay, so I lost. Oh, it's David. Okay, so after David is Kippy. Kippy! Hi, Kippy. Hi, Kippy. And everybody, thumbs up, smiley face. Nobody knows how to put a donut in here except Norm. Come on, some of you guys gotta know. Mario, too easy the Windex today. Oh my gosh, what do you mean? You found it? I thought it was going to be really hard because the telltale sign. It's red nose. Rudolph the red-nosed Windex bottle, having a very shiny nose. Oh, look at, we've got a new guy in here. We got a new guy testing out the waters. The Windex is in the Christmas tree between the clock and the Santa, the little mini Santa. Yes. That's exactly where it is. And I thought I hit it too well. I thought I hit it way too well. But MDZ, I think you said your name is Mark. Let's back up. You should put Mark in there for a while. Mike. Hi, Mike. Okay, so Mike wins the Windex crown for tonight. The Windex is in the Christmas tree between the big clock, which is up there, and the Santa, which is there. So it's this Christmas tree right there. I'm actually pointing to it. So let's go back and get it. I thought I was going to break the tree, actually, sticking it in there. It's like I had to stretch these things. I didn't know how it was made. And then it went and just slid all the way down to the bottom. And I'm going like, okay, this is not a very good idea. So let's try to get it out of here. Oh, come on, pull it out, pull it out. Boom, there we go. Did I destroy the tree? No, there's a hole here, but you know what? You can't really tell. There it is, Mike. Mike is the Windex crown winner for today. Yes, Mike, you got it. And that was one of the harder ones because I have never placed it there before. So that was not a repeat one. So Mike, you get the applause. Everybody give Mike a high five and a hand. Did you clap for Mike? Give him a thumbs up. There you go. Thumbs up for Mike. There we go. There we go. Thumbs up. Good job, Mike. MDZSHOTS. He zoned in. How did you find that? It's kind of like I had most of it, and I was a little worried that it was too much because you couldn't see much of the word windex, which is the eye grabber, okay? And then this little red tip with the gun, it gives it away every time. I mean, it's no matter where I put it, all you got to do is look for this section right here or this section right here, and you can find it. It's kind of easy to find. So I have a hard time where to hide that thing. But Mike got it. Mike nailed it. Mike slammed it right there. Home run. So the Windex Crown winner for tonight is Mike. So Mike, this is for you.
Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star, shining in the night, with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? It's a song, playing in the night, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? In your palace wall, mighty king, do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold.
That was for you, Mike, if everything came out well. I have to make sure what's on and what's not. So, Mike, congratulations. MDZSHOTS, you have won the Windex Crown Award for tonight. Very good. Good eyesight, Mike. That was a good one. I made 2 videos today, and I'm doing this live, so I could feel it. I could feel it down in my throat. Do you see what I see? But the song just wants to come out. The singing for me is very natural. I like to sing. So Simon says, I woke up early, checked the news feeds, and there it was. Olympus. We've sold our company, boys. We're going to Chick-fil-A tonight. Or whatever they got over there. Chick-son-moon. And that's it. The company is gone. Somebody else is going to be at the steering. Still a company, still employees, still products, still inventory, still new things on the table. So we are off and running. Yes, the same thing happened to me, Simon. I was looking around, and I wake up kind of half sleepy, and I kind of more depend on you than anything else. But today I went to Sony Alpha Rumors to see what was going on, and they said something, I don't remember what it was, and bam, I went to 43 Rumors, and there it was. We have signed this agreement that initializes that you're gone, goodbye. Give us money, go away. They're still going to own a little piece of it. I don't know how much, what percentage it is, but basically we got gypped. That's what happened. We got gypped. JIP bought most of Olympus. Ordinary filmmakers, same here. That's why it's important to watch Simon. So I got up, I took my shower, I said, I'm gonna make a video now before I even eat anything. Simon with a video trifecta today. Yeah, we gotta go over there and see what's going on. Excuse me. So Frosty says Canon, Nikon, Sony, Fuji, Panasonic will survive because they have other integrated businesses. 5G integration into cameras, computational photography will be the next move. Well, I can agree with part of it, but I don't agree that if it's not making money, it is a business. So let's say Panasonic, at some point, I can see where they're trying, but they're trying less, and they're trying less, and they have the pockets. They should have, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, we need to put the phase detection focus in our cameras. And you know what? I got a GH4. If that had phase detection focus and it was as good as the Olympus, I wouldn't have bought the Olympus. But now that I got the Olympus, the GH4, I wouldn't use it for nothing. Okay, because they both take the same lenses. And the Olympus EM1 Mark II just focuses. It does a good job. And what do you want me to tell you? It does a great job. It delivers a good picture. It's a camera with a lot of choices in it. More than you can even imagine. So it is like right up there near the top. So when they don't make money, I expect to see them merge. So I can see Canon wanting to buy Nikon because that would be, you know, one of those things, or a feather in your cap, or one for me. But I can also see Panasonic going like, let's bring in this Nikon. Let's bring it into our family. Okay, Nikon, we're going to keep it as Nikon. It's the head name, you know, and then our you know, they'll just fold it all in, but they'll take the sensors and it'll probably work its way into like the Z51. I mean Z50 without the one. Okay, this guy focuses as good as my Z6. They put the same focus, and now they got a Z5 coming out, and it says it's got the same focus system in the rumor site. Okay, it says it's got the same focus system as the Z6. Okay, they don't put a flippy screen, you know, on the Z5. They're shooting themselves in the foot because it's really that good. The camera is, I can heartily recommend the camera to anybody, but with the warning, it doesn't have the flippy screen. Okay, now this guy here, A6100, this baby has got the flippy screen that goes up. Okay, so that means you're not going to put a whatchamacallit in the hot shoe, but one of us showed the small rig has made a cage for it already. So all of that is taken care of. You put this on this side, you put that on that side, you put your left foot in, you take your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself about. That's what it's all about. All right, but they do have a flippy screen of some type. And to be fair to the Z50, it too has a flippy screen, but much worse. It flips down, meaning no tripoding for you. So the Z50 is, no tripod for you, and no tripod for you, and no tripod, no tripod, no tripod for you or me. How dumb is that bomb? Okay, so that is just plain dumb. D-U-N-U-T-S, dumb, okay? And Jonathan Simon with a video trifecta today. Yep, our big boy hit it right out of the park, right over the fence. Hole in one, touchdown. What else do we have? Home run, and all three bases were loaded. Okay, where were we? We did the Frosty with the 5G integration. The single anchor camera companies need to eradicate is legacy. They get rid of it and their future will bloom. It looks like it's very highly possible that who's about to do that? Who? Sound like an owl. Canon. They might be shedding those people that are holding the company down. I don't know why, but I have a partiality to not them, not him, not him, not him, this one. Okay, so Scotty's up at the plate. Ready, Scotty, you ready to go? Here we go. As an old timer, It's still hard to get used to hearing a list of camera makers and not hear Kodak on the list. There's one. Too big. Too big. They're never going to go out of business, Kodak. There's people that have their retirement funds in Kodak. It is so solid. It used to be in the Dow 30 stocks. And what happened? It wasn't cell phones. It was really a series of bad choices by the company. Serious. When they were at 2000, the year 2000, and Nikon was buying bodies and Canon was buying bodies from Kodak, okay, Kodak should have just rolled into digital, and instead they rolled into some very dumb choices. As dumb as Nikon is doing now. They're trying to squeeze you know what, okay? And you don't do that. And now they're left out in the cold because all of a sudden Canon's going like, we decided not to squeeze anymore, sorry. Oh, okay. Nikon, you keep going. Meanwhile, they got plans and they don't got the money to reverse course, okay? So it's kind of like a catch-22. My glass case of old Kodaks are still happy, just looking for some 620 film. You keep looking. I don't know how long and if you find it, who is going to actually develop that thing? You have to develop it yourself. So Jonathan, I didn't turn the comment off from Scott, and now I did. Good eye, Mike at MDZSHOTS. I'm doing that for myself because I can't remember that long. So, yep. Is there something in my water? I swallowed a bug. Protein. Good eye, Mike at MDZSHOTS. Yes, it was a very good eye. It was a very good year. When I was 17, no, it doesn't start like that. It's the other way around. When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for the girls upstairs that had curls in their hair. And they would let them down, and we'd hide from the lights. When I was 17. Frosty is talking to Kodachrome. Da 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 da. Boy, poor Paul Simon. He picked the wrong company. If he's had Fujichrome, it would still be a hot song today. I still have a lot of 120 and 35 color negatives. Film, I mean, black and white, and reversal films in the deep freeze. And I got me a feeling it's going to stay there for a while. Ordinary filmmaker, if you have the audio from the camera and the Tascam, use the sync audio option in Final Cut Pro X. But I'm not doing anything like that. Not even close. That's if I was going to rebroadcast it. I get what you're talking about. But that was live last night. Look at last night's show, the last 5 minutes. It was like I was talking, and my mouth was over here. Not very good ventriloquist. Okay? And I really don't know what to do in that case. I didn't know. David Frosty, that is why I wasn't worried with Olympus. It has the medical business. Oh yeah, that's the bigger part. At least it's not owned by Mitsubishi. Okay, so David and Frosty are talking back and forth. And finally, David comes to a conclusion. Interesting. You sound like Spock. Fascinating. Randall, he's talking to David. Crooks, just found your ad. Facebook friends in my junk email. I'm having problem remembering my password. When I finally get in, you will be accepted. Yes, I know that feeling. It took me a while to get Facebook up and running here, too. Ah, look what Scott brought. Scotty, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. New beginnings. New beginnings. New friendships. New everything. 8 donuts with chocolate covering and sprinkles. Yes, Scott. You're in. You're in. Where did you sign up for? You are automatically in. Yes, with 8 donuts in tow. Absolutely, positively. Stand up straight, Peter. Got to keep the blood flow going. The data interconnections on network is developing in the cinema biz very substantially this past year. It's going to be very interesting, right, Frosty? David Crooks. Randall, no worries, buddy. Randall says he's got pecan pralines. Pralines and cream? Is that what you got? Pralines and cream ice cream? Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. See, even Scott says that works. Oh, I think we're all getting into a dessert kind of a mode tonight. I think we are. I haven't had an M&M in what, 3 minutes? No, I haven't had M&Ms in a long time. But you guys, with the donuts and pralines and cream, and then you're putting donuts. Okay, how many am I gonna have? Gonna have 3 M&Ms. I'm keeping my sugar down, at least till the weekend. The weekend I can go and splurge a little bit. Just a little bit. Bum, bum, bum. Just a little bit. I can splurge on the weekend. And I got my phone here. It's set to silent. But I can see if it lights up in case somebody has an emergency. I don't know who wrote it down. Did anybody write the number down? I bet Jonathan did. He's the kind of guy to do that. And Jonathan wants to know, will Pentax be the next to fall? I don't think so. Weren't they bought out by somebody? Or is that Ryko? I think somebody bought Pentax. And now Pentax is just being pulled by strings like a puppet. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I think Sony will release a cell phone camera model within 6 to 9 months. That would be very interesting. I know, what do I have? I used to have a Samsung, and the Samsung had dual pixel focus in it. How? How did that get accomplished? And if that happened, why isn't Canon making phones? Okay, with Samsung, and we can buy a Canon phone. There's a lot of open things. What do they call it when you leave money on the table? Frosty says, I think Pentax is next. Okay, we're going to put our bets. We're going to put our bets. I did get out today using my Olympus. I'm about 85%. Well, that's good news. Do you still have to take medication for pain? I mean, I take blood pressure pills, obviously. But do you have to take medication for pain still? Does your back bother you that much? I do have you in my prayers, by the way. And that's not just so you can say, oh, thank you. But I didn't say it for that. Just so you know, somebody out there is praying for you. So, just want to make sure we're all feeling good. Randall is up and about. He goes to work every day, comes home. He's greeted by his family and his household. Peter, saw your video today about the Olympus. Did you update your firmware to 3.2? Oh, yes. I updated my firmware the hour the new Olympus came here. So I don't remember what number it is. I think the hour that this came in, okay, when I bought this camera, I updated the firmware. Now, this guy, it took me a week, which is the Nikon Z6, to update the firmware. That's how long, maybe longer than a week. And if it wasn't for my friend Peter in Massachusetts, he sent me XQD, QXD, or XQ, whatever it is, XQD card reader, because I had no way to get the firmware into that camera. Remember when I had both Nikon Z6s here? So he just sent me down his reader, and then when I said, okay, I'm ready to send it back, he said, keep it. I'm getting another one. Now that's kind of friend that stuns you. It's amazing. Frets, what's our mission statement here? Spreading love. That's part of the mission statement. Having fun, spreading love, building relationships, creating memories. That is what makes photography so special. So there you go. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock, so it's an hour. Let's keep it on the 6100, because I'm curious to see if we get that gobbledygook with the audio again. Okay, Peter, I saw your video today about the Olympus. So I'm glad somebody saw it. I know, I could see a lot of you guys commented on it too. So I appreciate that so much. Frosty, chocolate fudge mint ice cream. All right, but the ice cream has to be chocolate, not white, not vanilla. It needs to be chocolate with fudge mint ice cream. Because my brother bought, he says, oh, I bought you chocolate mint ice cream. Well, it had chocolate bits in it, but it was vanilla. I want it inside of a chocolate ice cream. I like chocolate. Can you tell I like chocolate? MDM Mark, I'm a video producer for a pharmaceutical company and we are busy with COVID-19. So what kind of videos are you producing? But I'm glad, that sounds like a great position. You've got your skill set and you're in a, what camera? That one, okay, that's the 6100. You got your skill set and you're in a company that's got a good money flow. You know, every time somebody gets sick or sneezes, you know, you say thank you. That's what my dad used to say. Turn the lights off. And then he says, I own Florida Power and Light stock. And everybody turns the light switch on. I go, thank you very much. So I'm glad to hear that, Mark. Share what you'd like to. I don't want to, you know, go in and get you in compromising anything. MDM, which is Mark, thanks for all the work you guys are doing with a solution to COVID-19. That is Jonathan. Yes, once the solution is there, they're talking about, what do you call it when you get the injection? Whatever that is, I can't think of it right now. I'm having a brain fart. Okay, that to me is not, you know, oh, things are fine now. We have, that injection to prevent you from getting it. When they go, we have something, and when you get it, the doctor can just write this prescription out. You're good to go, just like a cold. You go wait it out, you take your antibiotics, you got to take them for X number of days to get all the colonies, and you're done, okay? And yet, how many thousands of people die from the flu every year? Okay, so what's the difference between what we're going through now and the flu? One major difference. We don't have an arsenal or medications to fight it, you know, and that's what's scary. I don't want to catch it. What's the doctor going to tell me? You're going to die. Well, thank you for your diagnosis, doctor. That was mighty kind of you. Your bedside manners leave a lot to be desired. So, quick one, Ken. Hello, Peter and the gang. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Here we are together. Never mind the weather. I hope everyone is doing well. We are doing well. And now we have a parrot. What is the parrot? We have a different one. This guy has got a beak. Is he on a hand or a finger, a glove, or on a chair? I can't tell what he's sitting on, or she. I don't know how to tell if a parrot or that kind of a bird, any kind of a bird, is a boy or a girl. So Jonathan is saying, hi, Ken. How you doing? MDM, Mark, Jonathan, thanks. I do wish this virus is dealt with sooner than later, but it's a long process. Unfortunately. I like to add a tiny amount of noise to my portrait images. Bingo. Somebody knows the secret. The prints are on luster paper and look much more like my beloved film portraits. Adding noise, adding grain. It just makes it better and better. And Randall is talking to Simon. Simon, Randall's talking to you. You know what he says? I know you know, you're getting late at night and it's hard to read. I'll read it to you. Keep going with the craziness, camera conspiracies, and you are the only YouTuber techies are putting videos every day. I enjoy them tremendously. There you go, Simon. There you go. I think that's a wonderful. Thank you, Randall, for giving Simon an encouraging word. Where the deer and the buffalo range, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. I heard some of you harmonizing to me. I heard it. I heard it in my thinker. Wow, you guys, you make quite a choir. MDZSHOTS, Mike, right? You said to get the RF2472 Canon. I have the 90D. Will it work on it? It won't work on it. Okay, so you need to get Canon's, the EF mount. The RF, there's no adapter. It goes the reverse way. It would have to smash down into your sensor. It wouldn't work. So unless you get a mirrorless camera, the RFs are only for the mirrorless. It's just something to keep in mind. Ordinary filmmaker, we keep mentioning you, Peter. Thank you, I appreciate that. And I keep mentioning you guys too, all of you. Simon, thanks, Randall. Wouldn't it be great if we did one together? I love his humor. That would be awesome. You're both up in Canada, so it wouldn't be that big of a drive. Well, maybe a few weeks to get there, a few days. Yes, I was so disappointed with my Canon 2470 Mark I. Lost about $500 when I sold it. Under warranty, I sent it back to Canon because I thought it was bad. It came back just as bad. Actually, Canon put in a special tool that they made just for that lens. This is a behind the scenes, but it's so old. The news is so old, I don't think it matters a hill of beans. They made a calibrating tool just for that lens, and then their calibrating tool, their main one, went for all the rest of the lenses. And they put 8 calibration points in that particular lens. And if the guy got it wrong, he'd have to start all the way back at the beginning. And even with all that, what am I going to tell you? What I can suggest kindly is don't buy that one. Don't buy the version 1. MDZ, do not buy the version 1. I'd rather you bought a Sigma, okay, if you can't afford the Mark II on that lens. Yes, MDZ, Jonathan says, will work on the 90D. I use my original 2470 on my 90D all the time. I must have gotten a good copy of the Mark I version. There, we got one that got one. You know who else got a good copy? Jeff Askoff, the world-famous photographer. I used to talk to him on the phone. He says, mine works great. So they accidentally made maybe 5 that work good, but don't count it. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I don't mean to be dishing on your lens, okay? It's just that we've got, like, I was in a group of 5 or 6 photographers, and every single one of us sold that lens. And it wasn't monkey see, monkey do. It was like, I'm laughing at you. Look at, it's not, focus on the back wall. What's your problem? So I'm not shooting down your lens, Jonathan. So don't take it personally. I'm just getting someone else to avoid going into that. Thumbs up for Simon, and Ken is giving thumbs up and a crown to MDZSHOTS, and the parrot is too, and Frosty, Fudge Chunk Mint. Ooh, and he's got the bowl ready and everything. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? Hi, Jonathan. Congratulations, Mike. Oh, I'm just catching up to speed now. Whoa, thank you, guys. What time is it? Oh, boy. Sorry, what happened to Olympus? Been out all day. They decided to sell out their company, the imaging division, the camera part of the company. And they bought it to a company with the initials JIP, so we got gypped. So Ken, Olympus was sold to the highest bidder. Maybe there was no bidders, I don't know. Here's Jim. How you doing, Jim? Good evening, Peter. What lens do you have on the A6100? Looking great. I have the Sigma 30mm 1.4 set to 1.4. So this this 6100 and Z50 are right next to each other. So that's Control 7 and Control 8. Okay, so this is Control 7 and Control 8. So this one here is the Nikon Z50, and it competes with the A6100. Okay, and they're both delivering a very good picture. Very happy with both cameras. If I had to pick one or the other, because of the flippy screen, I'd probably go with the 6100. So the 6100, they call it an entry-level camera, but they're doing that wrong, in my opinion. They got the same camera with 3 flavors, like chocolate, okay, chocolate with hot fudge, and chocolate with hot fudge, bananas, whipped cream, and a cherry on top. So just the scoop of chocolate is the lower price. So would you call that the entry-level chocolate ice cream? Because they all have the same chocolate ice cream. So the 6100 has the same focusing system as the 6100, the 6400, the 6600, and it's all based on the A7 Mark III, which is one of the best focus systems out there. So it's not entry level at all. So what happens is the 6600 actually gives you, well, let's start with the 6100. There's no time limit, and it's a basic camera, but it does have a flip up screen. So, oh, that one's busy. It's got a flip up screen so you can see it, which means if you put an external mic, it does have an external mic jack, yes, okay? And we're running HDMI, clean HDMI, that's what you see. So it's got it all in there. So you go over to the 6400 and it adds the picture profiles. So you got picture profiles, which is the S-Log and all that, and the 6400. And then you go to the 6600 and it too has the picture profile, but it has a bigger battery and it has image stabilization built in. What else does it have? Of course, it's got the picture profiles, and that's what you get at that level. Now, I'm sure there's a few more things, but I'm not remembering them, and they're not that major. Okay, all 3 have no recording limit. All 3 are oversampled down to 4K, so they've got this beautiful, clear shot. Okay, so for $599, this is a bargain of bargains. It really is. It's a wonderful bargain, but you got to put a lens on it. So this lens, I think, is what, $300? I don't remember. So look up the lens, and you have to add the lens. So I didn't order it. This is a review. This is not mine. Okay, so this has to go back. So the Nikon Z6 that's next to it on the other side does get to stay. It's my camera. So that was Jim. Did I over-answer your question? Sorry. You still look happy. The smile is still on your face. So I'm guessing that it was fine. Whatever I just said, you're still smiling. Is he still smiling? Is he still smiling? Okay, so it's actually a camera I wholeheartedly recommend. As a matter of fact, I recommended this camera to Evan. Evan is he does streaming on Twitch, and he was going to get the 6400, and it was basically just a stream on Twitch. So he's 13 years old, so every dollar counts. So I made the recommendation, you look at the 6100. You don't need anything else, you know. So he did. He bought it, and I've seen a few of his Twitch streams. He looks great, and it's wonderful, okay? So people have a great entry point with this 6100. So next on deck, do you like the Temptations, Peter? Yes. I like the chocolate ice cream Temptation. I like the M&M's Temptation. I like, what else? I like the song that they did together with the Supremes. When you were a young boy, did you have a puppy that used to follow you around? Well, I'm gonna be as faithful as that puppy, River Deep, Mountain High. And that is one of my favorite songs. River Deep, Mountain High. I can't get up that high, but yes, I do like the Temptations. I have stock in Fujifilm. Hopefully they will not go out of business. Okay, yeah, then I'm with you. I'll hope with you. I don't see them going out. Okay, what is their biggest weakness, just so you know? Their biggest weakness is their lenses. They're not getting lenses out quick enough and for the right markets. For strictly photographers, which is what they were looking at aiming the cameras at, street photography to basically compete with the Leica. Okay, and everything is on the outside. The camera's a beautiful camera. I had the X-T3 here, and it marvelous, marvelous, highly recommended. Focus system doesn't pass the Christmas room walk of focus. It's not all that difficult to pass the Christmas room walk of focus. It's not like I'm not throwing footballs, and I'm not riding bikes into the camera. Okay, but I want to see if the X-T4 will actually do it or not. And they tell me it's not the camera, it's actually the lens. So now they have a competitor to their own lenses from China called Viltrox. And I think Charles, I don't know if he's in here tonight, I don't see him in there. I think he ordered one, and I reached out to them and asked them for one, you know, just a loaner. I'm not trying to ask, you know, for free lenses or anything. But they only offered me they have an adapter that supposedly allows you to put Nikon lenses on the Fuji with full focusing capabilities. And I said, well, I need the lens. I'm going to have the camera in here for 2 weeks, and I'm not testing it for that. I want to test it in the Christmas room, first of all. They said that the lenses are flying out the door, and we can't send you one. Thank you for writing. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Okay, but their lenses are cheap, like $200-300 for a 33mm 1.4. I think Charles bought one, so you might want to follow him and see when he does a test. Simon, I made too many errors today, Peter, but boy, did I learn from them. Well, the good thing is, tomorrow's another day. You get to start making mistakes tomorrow, too, and put today's way behind you. Let's see. Coastal Bay, you came back. You mean I didn't throw you off? You didn't get scared? Go, I'm not going back there again. There he is with his kids, smiling face, the avatar. He came back. I am surprised and grateful. Thank you. Hey, Peter, what are your thoughts on the Canon R5? Ooh, do you think we are ready for 8K in 2020? No, but what a magnificent marketing tool, number one. Those that can use it can downsample it in their computers to 4K and get astoundingly excellent 4K. And it's like, who else has got it? So it's like the R5 is the magnet of magnets. Okay, it's basically a 5D Mark IV upgrade done right. When they prove themselves, just so you know, no one's had a camera in hand. So this is all from between rumors and what Canon has been saying. But we've been bitten in the butt before by Canon, so we got our eyes open. But all things look like it's a go. Houston, it's a go. Yes, I'm excited about the R5. I'm even more excited about the R6 because it's actually would be more useful for me if it too follows through on what they say it's going to do. So this is exciting times, and just in a few weeks. And the guy right after you, Andre, he actually sold his Sony gear. Hi, Andre, how you doing? He sold his Sony gear because he's ready for the R5. He's got the money and everything is ready for the R5. So a lot of people are in that position. And the R6 is going to be just as interesting because a lot of people are going to go like, I don't need 8K. I can't even think of a reason. Okay, so if I could save like maybe half the price, instead of it being $3,900 or whatever it's going to be, $3,899, maybe $2,100, $2,400. Let's see what they price it at. Oh, dual card slots, built-in image stabilization, oversampled 4K image. So things look good. Things are looking good in the Canon farm. So if Panasonic goes, Leica could hurt. Hope none goes. Yeah, well, we hope that. But I don't think Panasonic is going to up and close the business. They might sell it off. That's a possibility. but it's more likely that they, because they're huge, they're a humongous company. Whoops, let's not fall over. They might absorb someone. They might absorb Leica themselves. They might absorb Nikon, meaning buy it, okay? Buy it and bring it into under their banner. Those are the things that are, you know, possibilities. Plus, Panasonic has just put up a lot of money, you know, for the full frames. So they said, look, we got a nice a micro four thirds camera that doesn't focus very well. Why don't we make a full frame camera that doesn't focus very well? Wouldn't that be the cat's meow? Then we would have full frame cameras and we would have micro four thirds cameras. What a deal. What a wonderful deal. Now, when they do beat their focus problem, they will be a force to reckon with because they make awesome cameras. When I say awesome, that's with a capital A. So, yeah, Mario, I agree with you. Frosty says the Panasonic S1H is building an Apple relationship and tech integration. Well, I'm glad to hear that because Apple is definitely the largest company capitalization-wise in the world right now. And Frosty says, and Nikon has also been working with Apple. Oh, ho, ho. You know, it's the safest thing is for a Canon to buy Nikon because they will keep it as Nikon because there's such a big lens base, and that will be music to Canon's ears. Our own biggest lens base ever, and now we own the second lens base ever. So how can you go wrong with that? But something inside of me wants to see Nikon either survive or go so that they actually get that, you know, you get that grunt when you want to win against the other team rather than coast inside of it. Simon says, I think some of these M&A deals will be IP plays. I agree with you, and I'll see your M&M deals and raise you one. And I think the suitors will come from outside the camera industry. That's a good thought. It'd be interesting to see General Electric buy a camera company. Wouldn't that be interesting? We'll sell you the light bulbs, and we'll sell you the camera you can take pictures with our light. Nikon will go next. My bet is Panasonic would buy it. I would like that the best, okay? Because Panasonic has an awesome team, at least here in the US. I have a friend that's on it that doesn't talk to me anymore, but I still love him and he's my friend, but I think he's not allowed to talk to me. I think I'm a threat to the company. But they have a great team of people here that work in Panasonic USA. They work for their company. They're loyal to it. So I'm hoping that they get some meat to really bite into. I would agree with you, Andre. That would be my best hope. Randall, what about Poland? Oh, I'm sorry, Polaroid. Did somebody buy Poland? I didn't know. Oh, we signed a deal today. We sold Poland. No, what about Polaroid? They're belly up. They're now coming back as a new company under one of these Chinese or something deals. So I don't count them for anything of any value. But they were big, and they went out too. It's when you make bad choices. You got to roll with the market. You got to rock and roll. Nikon has Varilux vision, and they're working with Apple on optics and display integration. Isn't it Nikon that actually has a projector camera, or is it somebody else? I think it might be Nikon. So, Ken, quick one. I have a Brownie camera packed away somewhere, not too old. It has the flash that you put in and it burns up when used. Oh, the old flash bulbs. Can you buy those anymore? I don't think so. But you know, they look like they boiled when you flash. It's like all the glass boils, you know. Nikon could produce some interesting optics with tech from other units. I know the last time I went in to get glasses, one of the choices I had was to get Nikon lenses for my glasses. I didn't choose that, but it made me think. I wonder what that's about. Is it a marketing ploy and it's no better than, let's say, Foster Grant lenses? What's up with that? But they had Nikon lenses there. Nikon makes awesome binoculars, you know, so if you like going to the opera or you like going outdoors, they make great binoculars. So MDZ, Mike, thank you. Jonathan Guy. Ordinary is talking to Frosty Flake. If Nikon delivers the Z8 and it is as strong as the R5, they will be okay. If it is far from the R5, the slide will continue. Yep, we're watching the slip sliding happening. Nikon could produce, this is Frosty talking now. Hi, Frosty. Nikon could produce digital iris ND in the glass in lenses and create some interesting optics for camera options. Well, let's get them rolling. Meanwhile, I don't see why Olympus can't do that. They're in the medical eye industry too, and so is Canon. The last time I got an eye exam, it was a Canon machine with this balloon that was in there that you had to watch floating. I have the number saved in my phone just in case. I knew you would do that. I knew you were going to do that, Jonathan. I'm not surprised. I would be surprised the other way around if you wrote. I didn't write it down, but I could look it up if I had to because I dialed it once or something like that. But you got it. What a guy! What a guy! David is talking to Frosty. I need to play with the built-in 5-stop filter in my Olympus. Which Olympus has the built-in 5-stop ND filter? Not the Mark III. Does that have a built-in ND 5-stop ND filter on the Mark III? Hello? Seriously? I'm going to have to check that out. Probably a different Olympus. So David is saying thank you to Mario. And Frosty is talking to David. I'm in the midst of shooting B-roll for my next live stream device. Data Video Cap 2. Okay, this is going to be very, very interesting. I love the stuff that comes out of Kippy's channel. You guys, we're going to check over there. What time is it? 11:28. Let's get through the rest of these. David is talking, Frosty's talking to David, David's talking to Frosty, and David says thanks. See how kind? What's our thing? The key to photography, which is us, is actually having fun, which is what we do. Spreading love, which is what you guys do, and I try to do that. Building relationships, which is what I try to do, and creating memories. Or, we're rolling, smile! That is what's so special about photography. Boy, Simon's never going to hear the end of that one. MDM is Mark, developing commercials and producing streaming programs so doctors, pharmacists can talk across the world. Well, you got your hands full there, don't you? Ken says, that's Bailey. She's an African gray parrot sitting on top of her cage. Talks like crazy. Have had her since birth. She just turned 19. Wow, that's a lot of years. So does she recognize you? Is there like an ownership feeling with Bailey towards you? Just curious, you know. Jonathan, my bad, Mike. When you said 2472, my mind automatically went to the EF version. I don't think there are any RF Mark II lenses, and there's no RF lenses that will fit on a DSLR camera either. MDZSHOTS, that's Mike. Thank you, Peter and Jonathan Guy. And this is MDM. This is Mark. Peter, stream froze once in a while for anyone. It does for me. My stream is freezing. Let's see what the health is. Let's do a quick check. Bandwidth statistics. Oh no, we're up there. We're at 19, 18, 14, 19 is kind of circulating. So it's called the momentary actual bandwidth. Don't forget there's different parts to this. It's me streaming up, but it's also them streaming back. Many times when I'm in my bedroom, in my bed late at night, and I'm watching all kinds of videos on my iPad, which I can put on my chest, or I have a gooseneck lamp. Not a gooseneck lamp, it's a gooseneck gooseneck, and I bought an attachment that goes on it, and I can just kind of hang it over my head. It'll freeze up. And then I learned the hard way. Just turn the iPad off and let it recycle back up. So, but if there's something wrong with the stream, again, that's 2 nights in a row, I'm sure you guys will tell me. So that was, that's Mike, and this is Mark. I'm kind of repeating it. Sorry, guys. Jonathan says, don't worry, Peter. I've heard the bad stories for years. I bought mine way back in 2003 with my 10D. And it should be getting better with time because they've improved the camera to probably overcome what it couldn't overcome back in the day. So I'm glad. I'm glad it's working for you. Scott says, I wonder if JIP are actually liquidators. It's possible. I didn't even go check into them, but we will have to. David Crooks is talking to Scott. The agreement is to work on improving Olympus by JIP. The future is uncertain. Okay, so they have an agreement on improving Olympus. But then it could turn around, you know, the movies that you get where they suck up the company, they promise them all their employees will stay, and then what you know, 6 months later. So Jim says, I have a Sigma 30mm and a 16, plus a 6000, a 6400. Wish I would have gotten the 6100 instead of the 6000. Well, the 6000 doesn't have the 4K, and the 6100 does. It might also have not unlimited recording. I don't think it's got the focus system from the new A7 III in it, which this one does, or has remnants of it, or it's built on it. But I'm very, very happy with it. And Jim is, I'm using for live streaming. Should you be on our list of people to watch? What kind of stuff do you have on your... oh, you didn't say YouTube live streaming. Okay, sorry. So if I need to be following you, because I'm going to go check everybody now to see what we all did today. And if you need to be on that list, Jim, you tell me, because I need to put you on. We're a family. We're a happy family. Fuji is a great company and diverse. I have a GFX 100 and love it. Dan, my friend that was in last night, he's got the GFX, I think, 50, and he loves that. So, yes. Hi, Peter. I just found out about the white chocolate M&Ms. They are so good, I can't resist. I have to try those, although I'm not one for white chocolate. But I was also told, I think it was Frosty, I don't remember who, that they make a brownie. The interior is a brownie of the M&M. Woo! Now that sounds like it's good enough to do something special with. Frosty, Panasonic has cinema and cameras built with red Monstro sensor and outstanding electronics. Do you know who's shooting their work with the Panasonic cinema lenses? Daryl Eves. His main camera is, I think, the EV1. And then they have higher than that. And he finally got his coloring because his face always looks like blown out red. Yes, Nikon makes eyeglass lenses and binoculars. Not sure about Leica or Zeiss. I think Zeiss makes a binocular, but not sure. But it rings a bell. Ding, ding, it's in my head. Nixon, I think Kodak helped Polaroid develop the instant photo technology. Whoa. And here's Charles. And I was wondering where you were. I'm about to go and look, and I know you put up a video or two, so I'm going to give you a little push, Charles. Hi, Peter. How you doing, Charles? Good to see you. I am going through these quickly, guys, just so you know, so we can go over and see who put up new videos. Nixon also backed out of the rifle scope market, but stayed in the binoculars, rangefinder, and spotting scope business. I didn't know they had rifle scopes. I'll have to get a Nikon for my rifle. Actually, I don't have one. Charles says, sorry for being late. Was talking with a friend of mine who is an ambassador for Olympus. Well, they got a little bit of news over there, the people that work. Ken totally recognizes me. She talks to me and the cat too. That's nice. After they've been there for that many years, I didn't know if the birds would actually build a relationship with you. When you laugh, she starts laughing too. Oh, so she's got a happy personality. That's so good to hear. Mario says that JIP bought Vio from Sony. Vio still exists as a PC maker. Okay, so we got, and Charles says JIP also owns Sony Vio. Okay. You guys, you kind of get behind my back and converse with each other. You can shoot RAW 12-bit in HDR with Magic Lantern on the Canon Mark II. That's why that camera is still popular, because the Magic Lantern on that one, and I think Magic Lantern made it into the Mark III, if I'm not mistaken, and we're waiting for it to get into the 80D. Now, I know they got beta stuff for it, but it's not really, if you don't really know what you're doing, it's not recommended yet. Randall says, okay guys, it's in your area when you start having freezes on YouTube watching, or they have to lower your video feed 4K to 720 for too many using the internet in your neighborhood. Yeah, the internet is quite heavy. I just did a check, but you know what? I want to do a check right now while I'm actually live. And if I clobber myself, my apologies to everybody. I want to do a speed test while I'm actually running live. This is not the smartest thing in town to do. Okay, so I normally get over 900 up and over 900 down. So now that I am live streaming, I'm going to tell you that I have download speed of, looks like it's in the 600s. It just dipped into the 500s. So now the upload speed is 900. It's 900, over 900. So the download doesn't matter for me, right? It's the upload. So I'm at 920, 924. So the upload speed is solid on the speed test. So it averaged out to 920 upload and 569 download. Okay, now, did I do any damage? Are you all still here? Did I create a problem? Okay, so it is overloaded in the neighborhoods, and YouTube does throttle back. I know for sure that they do that, because I have seen them do it. Hello, Peter. I snoozed right through Christmas. Well, you must have been tired, Norm, so I hope it was a good, solid snooze, and you can watch the reruns. Because I'm getting ready to go off. Zeiss still makes the rifle scopes. I knew that rang a bell somewhere, Jonathan, so I wasn't sure. So, and then Jonathan says, no, Frosty says Magic Lantern is in the Mark III. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to go into the 80D, but we'll see what happens there. Jonathan, Norm! Jonathan, Norm! Up, we're starting. Your voice isn't matching your mouth. Okay, so at this point, I have no clue what to do. So don't everybody scare the living crap out of me. I don't know how to fix that. Now that you have your browser open, your audio is out of sync. Oh, maybe because I did the speed test. Okay, because the browser has been open and I closed the speed test. So that might be interesting. Let's see what happens if I actually close my browser. Chrome, quit Google Chrome. Okay, so I have quit Google Chrome. So the only thing I'm connected to now at this point is Safari, which has the other stuff. And you know, the other night when we went through and we looked at the everybody's whatchamacallits websites, that might have been what did it. Okay. So Jim is also seeing the audio sync. The stutter audio alignment went crazy with the speed test and the audio is still off. Okay, your audio is ahead of the video. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to go over and we're going to look at everybody to see who uploaded a video. If you have a recommendation for me to try something so that I can learn how to fix this, do that now. But don't keep telling me the audio is out of sync, because it's just going to scare the crap out of me, okay? I don't know how to fix it. Now it's synced back up. Oh, I feel better. The sync is normal now, but I'm not hitting. The sync is, Nixon says it's normal. Come on. The sync is normal now. And then Jonathan, the audio is fixed. Okay. The audio is in sync now. Nixon, I think it's Chrome. Jonathan, itself, one of my feeds. Okay. I'll have to interpret that. Okay. So when it really goes out bad, and let's say I'm on a really big broadcast, what do? Do I have to just ignore the 5,000 people that go, your audio's out, because there's nothing to actually do, you know? I thought of maybe exiting the stream and coming back in, but I don't even know how to do that, honestly. So anyway, I do want to get to see who went out. The Nikon Z50 is out of battery, and the 6100 is still in. So on the Nikon Z50, I bet you we don't have any audio delay problem here, right? The audio is in total sync with me. Of course you can't see me. Okay, so let's see what happened. So this is the Sony 6100. Let's see how that's doing. So Mario says the sync is okay. Nixon says test it. Open Chrome again. Okay. Actually, I want Chrome to be open because I'm opening Chrome. I'm going into my studio. And I'm coming down to the video because this is my safety hatch. If somebody starts coming in and cussing or something. And I just opened up where I can actually ban somebody because I can see the comments in here. And there's buttons on the side that says to remove or ban this user. So I've always kept that open, just kind of like a safety net. Okay, so now I just minimize that, and I'm back to being here. Okay. Let's see. Test it, open Chrome again. I just did. One of the cameras just went for a nap. It went with you, Norm. The camera went for a nap. Okay, so we are on the Sony A6100. The audio was out and the stutter was bad when you did the speed test. Well, I know that it could have done that, and guess what? It did. So the sync is off. Jonathan says, yes, it's Chrome. Must be Chrome. Do you think it's Chrome? Do you think it's Chrome, or do you think it's the fact that I have YouTube open in Chrome in case I need to knock somebody out if they start swearing or something? That's why I got Shane as a mod. Maybe I need to pick another of you guys as a mod so that I don't have to worry about it. You'll just come in and take care of it. You don't want to know what just went in and out of sync. Okay, thank you. I don't like getting all upset. And bang, out of sync while opening. Okay. Yeah, it would have put a draw on YouTube while I opened it, and it had to bring in all the things, and now it's just running in the background because I minimized it. Okay, so any kind of a little drain, okay, and it pulls it out of sync. Sync is good for me now. Okay. Frosty Flake, which Panasonic cinema camera has the Monstro sensor? Okay, so on that note, you guys can talk to each other because the chat will still work. I'm going to come over here to the main camera. I'm going to go over to Safari. And I'm going to, so you should be able to see Safari. So I'm going to go to YouTube. So I'm going to be putting a draw on YouTube again. But you can't see my lips right now. Ha ha. So for all we all know, the thing is out of sync. Okay. And let's see. YouTube. Okay. It took a while to open up. All right, so subscriptions. So now, oh my gosh, look at what you guys did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 is 12. Shane is in the blues, and he's actually streaming right now, so we're gonna have to go and raid him, okay? Aaron Short, we know who that is. Ordinary filmmaker.
This is Kyle.
Hi Kyle, nice to meet you, but you can't be on my advertisements because I'm not sure. Okay, but Simon can.
Does the Panasonic Lumix G100 beat out the Sony ZV-1? Let's get into it.
Delivering informative capability.
Okay, so Simon put up a video.
Giving away this Canon 50mm f1.8.
Oh, that's right. You guys can still go and sign up on Simon's site to get this Canon 50mm lens. That's right. Okay, so Simon put one up. Aaron Short, look at these guys. He put one up 7 minutes ago and 6 hours ago. Boy, I better get with the program. The salon guy, he's the guy that sends me the shampoos and stuff. Very nice, sweet guy. And I told him to come in and say hello. He put up a video. And Charles, he put up a video. No more Olympus. Here we go. And his stream. Let's see if he fixes audio.
Well, hello to everybody. This is
I can
Charles
hear him
Richard,
today.
and I actually was actually going to
Good for you,
Vietnam.
Charles.
And you know, for them to really move, you know, into that type
So Charles, I believe, I
cinematography.
think he's streaming with the, he didn't say it. I think he's streaming with the XT4, but I'm not sure. Okay, so he's one of us. You guys see him in the chats. So he put up a video 8 hours ago. This guy, Peter Gregg, I don't know who he is. He put up a video. Oh, Jonathan, my little brother, Jonathan. I just love, just listen to him. Just listen.
We set out to design a stealthy
look promising, but is it the Nikon Z6 specifications look promising, but is it aimed at the RP or the R6? Let's get into it.
Delivering informative capability-based reviews and tutorials.
Z5. Oh, and one other thing from that video.
Today I'll be doing a short overview of this new live stream device by Blackmagic Design, the A10 Mini Pro. The A10 Mini Pro has got a few more tricks up its sleeves compared to its younger brother, the A10 Mini. The main difference between the A10 Mini Pro and its smaller brother, the A10...
There we go. We have got quite a load today. Ordinary Filmmaker put up 1, 2, 3 videos. Kippy put up one. In the Blues has one video, and he's live streaming now at the same, a different time, but the same time as we're watching us in here. Charles Richard put up No More Olympus. The salon guy has got one up. The biggest hair mistakes that can cause damage. Aaron Short's got 2 of them. You guys, I better get on the ball. Look it. And I did put up Olympus sold. Did the R5 do it? That was the R5, just so you know, had nothing to do with Olympus being sold. However, I put that in there as a hook to get other people to come in and come and look. Okay, so let's just go look at Shane here. He's the mod. I'm going to put, we all are watching you live as we are live.
All right. Can you explain your thoughts of mixing the major and minor scales? You know, the cool thing about blues, because it's like a dominant thing, look, I'm not the biggest sort of, what's the word, technical player, but that's pretty much my approach to playing blues. I'll mix straight up minor licks, and then I'll mix in like major stuff. And combinations of them both. I always think like when you learn the pentatonic, start playing all the passing notes to different places and see what works. I was talking a bit about this last night actually, like there's so many great chromatic runs you can do like just with blues. So yeah, there's plenty of different notes you can hit that aren't straight minor pentatonic, and I encourage everybody to start thinking about it. The easiest way to hear it is to learn the B.B. King stuff. Then that'll sort of you'll start to connect the dots where that works in other places. You know, there's all these half-step bends that work really well. Just listen to different players, find where it fits the most. Another cool thing about blues is you can kind of move with the chords to some extent.
Okay, I'm writing in my notes.
It doesn't always sound great, but it can work if you're playing sort of through it. Great example of that, some of that. I always go back to that before you accuse me thing, you know, that
I want to see if he's going to say hi to us.
Like Clapton used to go like, oh. Goes to the A. So he's sort of playing over that change. It depends how you look at it too. It can also just be a different scale or position, but to the
I gotta make sure he's looking at the computer.
A. So yeah, if you were just playing over pentatonic, it wouldn't sound anything like that. So yeah, there's plenty of great tricks for playing over chords. It usually sounds great off the 1. It can also sound really great off the 5 in my experience. The 4 chord can work too, but you got to sort of pick how you land on the changes. So yeah, I'm no master of it. I just know the licks that I like the sound of. That kind of work for yeah, the major and minor thing.
Come on, look at your computer screen. You can do it. Look at your computer screen.
Around. Listen to different players, see what you can come up with. Hey, Outlaw, welcome, man. I just got in, so forgive me. Soft V-neck. I bought an Eric Johnson thin line strap. Very cool. And that has a 57 soft V-neck. I like a lot. The whole guitar is just awesome. Yeah, a mate of mine's got one of those. Actually, they're great guitars. Really cool.
I guess that he's like me. He's behind.
AC4 versus Marshall Origin 20 for a bedroom amp. 20 watts is way too loud for a bedroom amp. I would buy a 5-watt amp or less. but I wouldn't get the Origin 5. It's horrible. It's like the worst amp I've ever played. The 20 is better, but it's still like way too, to get it to where it sounds good, you're going to have to crank it up, and you're going to be killing everybody in your house. So I would say don't buy a valve amp unless it's 5 watts or less. You want to, if you get a 5-watt combo.
Oh, John C. Johnson, if you haven't seen Shane, he's awesome. So you've got that option of getting it. So you can still turn it up to get a good sound, but Jonathan, the violinist,
overall output
is awesome.
Even 5 watts for home can be too much.
All of these guys are part of us.
Running on 0.5 watts.
So I don't think we're going to get to see him say hello to all of us. He might be overwhelmed right now.
Plenty for what I need it for. If I click the overdrive pedal in,
so if you want to see him say hello to us, you're going to have to go over
20
there.
20 watts, in my opinion, is way too loud for
he'll catch up just like
Even
me.
15 watts is too loud. You can sort of dial in some amps and then use pedals. And
come on, Shane, look at your computer screen.
Yeah,
come on, Shane.
I wouldn't do that. I would try to find something a lot smaller.
Come on, look at it. Look at it. There you go.
Peter Gregg sings.
There
Welcome,
you go.
Mate. He says we're all watching you live as we are live. That's awesome, mate. I saw it. Actually, it's funny. As I went live, I got a notification saying you were live. So I apologize. I helped mod Peter Gregg's channel. Oh, his live channel. When he does the streams, not the sings one, but yeah, welcome, mate. That's awesome. If you're into camera equipment, check out Peter Gregg. Great YouTube channel.
There, we got our hello.
Subscribe to Robert Bacon too, everybody. The master of the guitar, the tone king.
All right, guys, I think we can come back here now.
The tone king.
But we got one more. We got one more post.
Greetings, fellow lefty guitarist from Brazil. Huge fan of your channel. Thanks for the great content. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, man.
Okay, we're gonna go back.
Hey, Steve from Boston. Welcome, mate. Jeez, all the rock stars are coming in.
Okay, let me back this up and come back to you. And, oh, look it, we have lost, no, the Sony a6100 is still piping. Are you still with me? That was a long one, but you see how many people put up videos just today, including me, yay, one for me, which doesn't happen often enough. I'm supposed to put up 2 or 3 a week. Now, I got one ready, and I put one up today, and I put one up yesterday. So I guess this is the parting question before we go offline. Should I put another one up on Thursday, or should I skip a day and go to Friday? So the next video that I have to go up is the one that I promised David over and over and over for a month now. And I showed everybody how to very, very easily get... I lost it now. Where does it go? To take this picture, okay? Right here. I did this right in the Christmas room, right here. I used the tall back, we call it the throne, the big chair, and I also used like a big storage tub. 2 different ways to take pictures. So that's what I took a video, and let's see. What do we have running? So yeah, I'm on the 6100, so the battery is going. Okay, so let's see what you guys are saying. He's almost to your post. Skip a day, says D. Johnson. Thursday, pump them out, says Mark. You know, I feel like I want to pump it out because I'm excited. And that'll finish it for this week for that channel. And that'll start me off for next week again. So let's see. When you went to YouTube, wait, I need to put it up here to read it. So why am I going to just read it? When you went to YouTube, that worked fine. You came back with no audio delay. Yeah, and we were running. We were actually downloading. At the same time as the upload stream. So the good thing is in this house, there's no one else tapping into the, I got 1,000 up and 1,000 down from AT&T. So you might see it tomorrow. I got that itch, you know. Today I made 2. I made the Olympus. Olympus Has Fallen, or whatever I called that. I made the one on taking pictures for David. I should have said, I wasn't clever enough to say, this is for David. Okay. But I'm telling you now, David, this one is for you, buddy. Okay. So everything seems to still be working. The Nikon Z50 went out, but the A6100 is still running, which kind of surprises me. I turned them both on at the same time. So what I did different is, let's go over to the Z6 real quick. Okay, and the reason is I want to go over and turn the Nikon off, because I plug the Nikon into the USB. So it's plugged into the USB now, so when it goes off, it should start charging. Because the instructions do say that you cannot, you know, use the charger to actually run the camera off of it. So I was hoping to do that. And I have the same thing happening with the 6100. So the 6100 and the Z50 both have the USB is plugged into a USB phone charger device. You know how you charge your phone at night like this? Okay, so I got extra ones of those. So I brought 2 of those, and I got each camera plugged in directly to that. And it's supposed to charge the battery, but I don't believe either one will actually run off of it. Not sure, but I know that the Z50 said for sure it will not. So the 6100 never said anything. Carl says, gigabit, sweet. I have 15 down. It's the best in town. Oh, I was there. Comcast cable. It was 15 down, and I think 6 or 7 up. It used to take me, like the video that I put up today, that Olympus was sold. That would take anywhere from 3 to 5 hours to upload on a good day from Comcast. Now it takes anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes. And I'm talking like 6, 8, 10 gigabytes, I'm sorry, to upload the files. A difference, night and day doesn't even qualify it. So when you guys get the fiber in your area, Carl, you're going to love it so much. And I had a taste of it before we got it here. I was at my brother's house, and we went early, so I took with me the SD card, and I figured I'd upload it there. And I uploaded it there, and by the time I turned around to get something and came back, it was uploaded, and I said, oh, it crashed. Wouldn't you know it? It didn't. It uploaded in less than a minute and a half at his house. He has the AT&T gigabyte up and down also. The fiber, let's call it the fiber. Okay, so then about a month and a half, 2 months later, I saw them stringing up fiber in my backyard. And I went out there, and I came out with a big glass of iced tea. I said, when are you guys going to turn this thing on? And they said, oh, we're just running the fiber. They still have to do all the connections of the different streets and the different blocks. It'll be about 2 months before you actually get it. Oh my God, I used to call AT&T every single day. Is it fiber yet? And you know, and then one day I got the yes. Oh my God, they said yes. I said, sign me up for that thing right now, right now. And that was amazing. And now, I don't want to say I take it for granted, but it's posts like yours that makes me remember, Carl, it's posts like yours that makes me remember what it was like when I had Comcast with whatever they had at that time. And now they keep coming over and say, we have the fastest internet possible. Yeah, for you, but not for me, you know. So Jonathan says, fiber is fantastic. Yep, it sure is. Be glad you're not on Frontier. You'll get like 2 gigabytes down. I think when I did the speed test, it said that I was on Frontier. Now, anybody know? I don't have the answer, so this is a legitimate question. Can I pick? No, stop. I understand what you said. You're on Frontier system, but Frontier has a speed test that I can connect to Frontier, okay? And so does Comcast. And they all give me 900 plus upload and download speed. So I misread what you said. Okay, but Frontier was what we tested on tonight when I did the speed test, Nixon, just so you know. You dragging the end tonight? You dragging your end? Carl, fiber sounds fantastic. My upload is measured in kilobytes instead of megabytes. Yes, actually the guy we just saw, Shane, just got fiber or some high speed. He could only do his live streams. He could only do his live streams, I think Shane said he could only do his live streams at 720 because they would just overwhelm his, internet's, provider. So, and now he just got it. I would say probably in the last 2 to 3 weeks. So, yes, you can select the server you want to use as a test. Can I select the server I want to use not as a test, but I want to use that server? And I don't think that's possible. So as long as I'm getting the good speeds and everything, you know, we got 17 thumbs up. Somebody just gave it a thumbs up. I just saw it go whoop like that. So thank you. Whoever did that, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So we went through everybody's uploads. If anyone's missing, don't be ashamed to ask me or tell me. My email's in the description, and all you have to do is, tell me who I see. You know, like if it's like Nixon and you write to me that your name is Billy Bob, okay, I'm not going to know who that is. So say, this is Nixon, I'm Billy Bob, and I'd like you to include my site when you look to see who uploaded as part of our family. And I would love to add you, okay? Remember the mission statement here? The key to happy streaming, the good photography, cooking for me is actually having fun, spreading love. I love spreading love, building relationships, and creating memories. That's what we're about. That's what's so special about you guys and me together. So, there we go, guys. We have finished the hump day. So tomorrow night is the striped shirt that goes this way. And then Friday night's the big night because I get to pick whatever shirt I want. Just like I picked his haircut. I don't know if I did a good job. Doesn't look so hot to me. Ugh! Look at that. Doesn't even sit right. Okay. You know the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut? 2 weeks. So there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not killed the A6100. It's a little bit weird because we are on a solid 2 hours. Okay, and I'm wondering if because it's plugged into the USB, watch it go out as I'm talking to it, right? I'm wondering if it's because we're plugged into USB that maybe it's draining at a slower speed. Because if that's true, that would be pretty awesome. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Ken. Ken says, quick one, you need to put your mission statement on a banner. Yes, then I don't have to read it until I get it memorized. Where is my banner? I have to have it on for at least a second. There it is. There's my banner. So I did remember to put the banner up, Ken, in case you were wondering. Peter, did you forget to put your banner up? So let's see what news we're going to be working on tomorrow. We'll be working, I guess, probably off of my video, and that is making money by selling your equipment on eBay or Facebook or Craigslist. I'll be asking you questions like, if you were going to sell your camera, do not answer it now. We need this for tomorrow night, okay? If you were going to sell your camera now, where would you list it for sale? What would you put up for sale? What kind of a price would you put it at? And we'll start putting that in and read everybody's classifieds tomorrow night. So that'll be what we're doing, live classifieds as we have fun, spread love, build relationships, and create memories. That's what this is all about. So is it time to go? We are at 12:10, so we've been over 2 hours. And am I tired? Not tonight. I feel pretty good. Everything behind here working okay? Let's do the once over. I'll have to figure out someplace good to hide this for tomorrow night. We're going to need someplace good. Too bad one of these reindeer can't swallow it and have it just the tip coming out of its nose because it's red. But look at how the white actually just blends in with it. Bong, 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 bong. Bong, 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 boom. So I'll find someplace interesting for tomorrow night. I'll get you guys yet. And we'll have at least one time when I don't have to give another crown away. But I love giving the crowns away. I can just imagine what goes on at your house when we give the crowns. It's like, what are you doing, Dad? Oh, I'm on the hot hunt for a Windex bottle. Oh, we got him underneath the sink, Dad. No, it's not that one. I need Peter's Windex bottle. So, MDM Mark, sink is off again. No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I do not want to know that it's off. Okay, I'm guessing I wonder if because I put that on. Let me turn that banner off. Was I running the banner the other night? That's good. A good, interesting thing. So let's turn the banner off, and let's see if that, maybe it takes CPU power right out of the computer. Maybe it sucks it right up. Maybe it sucks up the CPU power right out of the computer when I'm running that banner. And, you know, I found the solution. You just got to hold your nose. I hold my nose, I close my eyes. I took a drink. What song is that? Okay, so the sync is off again. Are we back? Is the sync back on now that I turned the banner off? Of course, Charles, I wouldn't expect no other answer from you. If I had to bet $1,000 on an answer from you, Charles, that would be it. You are completely consistent. It's Ecamm. Get rid of Ecamm. I'm not getting rid of Ecamm. Well, maybe one day. If I go over to the PC, I might. So anyway, are we back? Oh, the sync is back. So see, a little bit of a drain. So what I need is a more powerful computer. So what we'll have to do is, what are those places where you can go and you can put, where you put up a project or something, and then they donate money from all over the country? I could put it on there and say, we need a computer for our live stream, and we'll get the iMac Pro or something to that effect. So that would be easy to test. Let's turn the banner on again. Okay, so the banner's on again. So now it's using resources because it's got to create every little letter. So Jonathan says, have you installed any software in the last day or two? Nixon says, I hear OBS is good. You need to talk to Charles. Charles uses OBS, and he is an OBS ambassador. He tells everybody he sees, no, 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 no. You need to be using OBS. Charles, I'm using Ecamm for streaming and it does the same thing to me. So it's resource intensive, right, Charles? So the sync is off. Mark says the sync is off. So that's with the banner running. So let's go turn the banner off again and see. Okay, so it isn't necessarily just the banner. It seems like it's any time I put any kind of a demand on it, it kind of like, we have a little more scientific term than that. So the sync is off again. Sync is out again. That is Carl and Jonathan. Okay, so I turned the sync off. So I am guessing that it's just going to be a matter of seconds or minutes before the sync is back up to date again. So that's pretty interesting. So, but there's nothing more I can do to prop up this computer. It's an iMac, which means it's sealed. I can't change Nut and Honey like the cereal, Nut and Honey. Sync is normal now. Mark says the sync is normal now. Well, at least we're getting a little bit better. So what was I doing the other night when the sync went out? I might have been running the banner the whole night. I'll have to go back and look. That's one of the good things of it being recorded. But I also try cleaning out the memory cache. Of what? Of what? What memory cache am I cleaning out? Audio on Ecamm is not handled by the GPU. It seems like almost nothing. Have you run the activity monitor on yours, Charles? Mine is like at 5% for the GPU, and like between 140 and 180% on the CPU. I didn't know it could go so high, but it's consistent, okay? I'm laughing at Nixon. That means your eye's stuck. I'm going to put up a crowdfund thing, and we're going to get us one of those $8,500 Mac Pros, and we're going to grate cheese with it right here. I'm going to get it, and we're going to just get a big chunk of cheese, and we're going to grate cheese. I'm going to put it right on a stand right here, so everybody, you all can see this nice big $8,000 computer that it takes. That's why that ARM processor is showing promise, because Apple is showing interest in dealing with the gamers. And what we're doing here, and streamers are basically in the same bucket as the gamers. Intense use. And like I said, the activity monitor, it doesn't throw any of it off to the GPU. And I've got the 8 gigabyte GPU in here. I spent extra money to go up from what their 2 is all the way up to the 8. And yet, it sits there at 5%. Meanwhile, I'm at 150% on my CPU. So, we'll see how things go. I have learned a lot. The bandwidth has nothing to do with audio sync. Well, that's your opinion, Charles, but I don't agree with it. When people have a low bandwidth coming into them, in my bedroom sometimes, my audio sync of something I'm watching goes out. If I'm watching it on the computer in there, let's say at 4 in the afternoon, when all the kids are up playing Twitch and everything, I do notice I get audio sync problems. So when you say the bandwidth has nothing to do with it, I can't go with that thought. So we'll see what happens. If Apple is like Windows, go clean up the cache and the internet browsing. They may be clogging up your throughput. Okay, I will do that, but not now. We are doing so well that I just want to leave it alone. And not only that, we're actually, let me double check. I think we're uploading tonight in 4K. Let's go to the stream. Yep, 4K. 4K at 30 frames per second and the high quality mode. So we're stressing it, you know. We're stressing the computer. I'm not stressing the bandwidth, because I got 1 gigabyte up and 1 gigabyte down, and it's doing 920. What did we come up with? So it stresses something someplace. So there we go, guys. It is 12:19, almost 12:30. The Sony is actually for sure going longer. Let me walk over there 1 quick second. I don't want to look into the lights. I want to see if the light is on for the charging. No, the light doesn't show that it's on. When the battery charges from the USB plug-in, there's a little light that goes on. So the light is not showing that it's on. Let me feel the charger. This charger is cold, and this charger is warm. So one of them is actually charging, and one of them is not. So the warm one is the Sony, and the cold one is the Z50. So I bet you $1 to donuts, this Z50 is not charging. I bet you a nickel. I bet you a nickel. And the Z6 is just happy. And I'll come back this way so I don't go in front of the camera. I don't want to throw off the settings. So which way am I coming back in? Which way? Left or right? Left or right? Hurry up, call it. Put your nickel. Red or black? Red or black? You guys never played the roulette table? We only played it at home when we had it. So the Z6, I'm sorry, the A6100 charger is warm, but the Z50 charger is not. So something, I bet you that it's not charging up my battery on the Z50. However, the light is not on, and that's the charging light for the 6100. So if you guys have a 6100, when you plug in the charger, a light goes on with the camera goes off. Okay. But the charger is warm, and I'm wondering if they're working together to dribble out the power a little bit at a little bit slower rate. Let's see. Charles says not on Ecamm. Audio handled in 2 different places makes audio out of sync. I wrote to them today. Glenn and Ken were doing a live stream, and I put on there, we need at least a limiter, and while you're at it, I would like to see EQ and compression. Nothing or any kind of help for audio. Plenty of help for the camera side, but nothing for audio. They didn't respond. They said nothing. That's why I said, I hope you're putting something, Charles, where you write and make that request. Don't just sit idle. They got to hear from like 10, 15 guys. Then they'll move their butt. They're not going to do it just for me. Oh, Peter wants audio, Well, everybody else has it. OBS has it. vMix has it. Blackmagic has it. Ecamm doesn't have it. No audio enhancement for you. No audio enhancement for me. But I am doing EQ. And the way that I'm doing EQ is I'm running all the sound through the Blackmagic ATM Mini, which gives me a free limiter, a free compressor, and free equalization. So the mic that's on me and this one each are separately, independently equalized. Okay? And the mic that's going for this is actually going into my office, which goes through my big system, and then it comes in to the feed here. So it's actually 2 different audio feeds that's coming into this. If anybody's interested, I'm at this point just rambling. So let's see, Randall. Randall is a computer smart person. You are at 2K 1440. I am rebooting the computer. Should be coming out 4K. That's what it's showing me. When you run your audio through your camera, your audio is never out of sync. Audio sync is different from and processed differently by Ecamm. When you plug in a mic through the computer using USB, it uses computer RAM. When audio is run through the camera, audio is handled by GPU instead. Okay, I know all that. I didn't just fall off the turnip truck tonight. Maybe last night, but not tonight. Okay, so I am running and handling all the audio through the Blackmagic. The Blackmagic is handling that. And that's where it is going in. So I think we have brought it up. I think that the Sony has provided above and beyond what I expected. So I think by connecting it into the wall, I'm going to leave it on even after we go off. I want to see when the battery dies. I really do. I'm curious now. If it takes like a 2-hour battery or an hour and 50-minute battery. So I know I turned them on at 9:50. So it was 9:50, so let's say 10 o'clock, okay? So, but 9:50 is another 10 minutes. So now it's 12:30, so that's 2.5 hours, and the Sony battery has never gone 2.5 hours. We've gone 2 hours and 5 minutes, 2 hours and 9 minutes, and then it started going under 2 hours. So tonight we have a solid 2 hours, and it could go out any minute. Maybe it just slows the battery drain just an inch, and that's it. And then Charles, if you're still in here, are you doing the live streams with the XT4? Is that what we're looking at? Because every time I look at your live stream, I'm kind of curious if I'm watching the XT4 or not. So I wanted to ask you that. That was for Charles. And then we got Ken. My video only goes up to 1440 as well. No 4K choice. Well, I'm tempted to go look, but I'm not going to screw up the whatchamacallit, the lip thing by adding more strain through my Chrome. My Chrome thing with, what do you call it? The browser. So I think that brings me to just chilling. What am I going to do when I log off here? I'm going to, oh, Charles says he's using the XT2. Is there any reason you're not using the XT4? I'm kind of excited about you having that camera. I want to see how well it does. So, and it could be YouTube, could be heavy. Tonight is what, Wednesday night? Oh, we're across the 12 o'clock, so it's Thursday. So I'm just kind of thinking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some chores. I don't know if you guys do chores late at night. To me, it's easier to do chores late at night. I don't have to involve other people in bothering me, including loading the dishwasher with my special soap, which is on the Amazon.com/PeterGreg. No, Amazon.com. Amazon.com/shop/PeterGreg. And when you go there, find the Cascade Professional. That'll turbocharge and super duper your dishwasher. So that's what we got going on there. So Charles is using the XT2. Are you going to make the lemon pound cake soon? I thought I told you that I made it for Father's Day. Did that just happen to slip my mind? It was so good. It got gobbled up, I would say 42 seconds at the most. And everybody wants the recipe. And I said, it's on YouTube. Go get it. Randall, I'm vacuuming and drying clothes. I might vacuum tonight. Today is Wednesday, and I didn't do the vacuuming over the weekend. I have an awesome vacuum cleaner. You know, I research everything before I buy it, or almost everything. So I have researched. I actually sent back 3 vacuum cleaners because they didn't do what I wanted. And now I'm very happy with what I've got. And there's actually, Randall, this is good for you, okay? Shark has a vacuum that actually cuts up hair. So it doesn't get all cut up in the roller, and every week or so you got to go and unravel it, go with the scissors and cut it. Okay, if you want to know which vacuum that is, it's a $299 vacuum. Okay, but if you want to know the model, email me. I'll look it up and tell you, and you're better off buying it through Shark directly, because with Shark they give you some kind of a crazy like 5-year or 10-year warranty. Okay, but the vacuum actually vacuums up dog hair, cat hair, and it actually has got like a slicer in there, so it all gets chopped up very fine and gets sucked up into the I think it's a bagless. Okay, and it's the first of its kind, and it's like every test that I've seen everybody do. I would say, you know, you're the first person I can remember that's got you know, all those pets. That vacuum would be awesome. And yeah, it's got where you can lift it off and suck up stuff and everything. But to do the carpets and it does hardwood floors, which is something a lot of carpets don't do, because it's got like a squeegee on the back end of the roller, so it bounces off of that and then comes back up in. Okay, so if you're interested, shoot me an email and I will let you know what the model is. It's that good. It really is. But it's $300. And if that's not something you want, my brother is the kind of person that actually just, he would prefer to buy a $40 or $50 vacuum and buy a new one every year. But if you've got cat hair and dog hair problems, and then you've got all of them rolling up in the roller of the vacuum, this thing is amazing. I wanted to buy it, but I wound up with a sanitaire. Charles, yes, because it's a more expensive camera for carrying around. I use the XT4 for cinema work on a cinema rig. Okay. The XT2 is smaller and better built. It's better built than the XT4? Wow. MDM, still at work. So I'm talking you through all your shift. So if you needed hand holding or you needed somebody to keep you company, like a buddy to be there with you, I was there with Mark, and he's almost done. So we're at 12:30. My guess is you get out at 1 o'clock or whatever, when the big hand is up at the top. Okay. So Nixon, Kirby, I bought a sanitaire. I bought a sanitaire. I bought 2 sanitaires, and I sent the first one back. And now I got a second sanitaire, and it is exactly what I want. And with vacuum cleaners, there's a suction motor, okay? and that suction motor drives an impeller. And that impeller, they call it like RAW and JPEG, they call it clean air and dirty air. So a clean air system, it's got nothing to do with the HEPA filter, although that is clean air, a clean air system. It's the dirt never goes through the motor, okay? The dirt actually sucks up through the bag, through the hose, down through the head. And you lose a little bit of CFM because of that. But the Sanitaire that I've got is 135 CFM at the head. So that's higher than most of the other, if not all of the other vacuums. Okay, so dirty air is when the suction motor is down at the base where you're vacuuming, okay, down at the base, and it's sucking up the air, but all the dirt is going through the impeller. So if you pick up a nickel or a quarter, you can actually chip and break your impeller. Now you've got to have a service call. So Sanitaire makes one where it opens up easy and you keep a bunch of impellers in stock and you unscrew it and put in a new impeller. But this one that I bought from Sanitaire, it's about $240, $250. It's a clean air system. So the dirt never goes through, and I have a HEPA sealed system. You can have a HEPA bag, but that doesn't mean it's sealed. So I can vacuum and I don't smell the dust and stuff, and I don't do any sneezing. So now Kirby is a high-priced one. Charles, tomorrow I will stream with the Olympus EM1 and the Fuji X2. Yes, I will prove to you that the Olympus EM1 can stream. Well, I got one sitting here, Charles. I don't know what you're sitting on your duff. I've asked you like 5 times what I can do with this camera to make it stream. All you got to do is give me the information if you've got it. So I will watch, and you better tell me how to do it, because this guy just sits here. I could have another camera, just like I need another camera, right? I could have another camera to stream with, you know, because this one will not stream. I have done everything that I could think of to make it stream. So I'm going to watch, and then tomorrow night I will show that you did a video, okay? Because that's why I'm helping to push you so people can go there. And Jonathan, don't forget the Jonathan, our violinist. Let's go give that guy, he's 21 years old and he plays like a master. So don't you think he deserves, you know, some kudos? I just put him on and listened to him just to fall asleep. You know, I put it in a playlist. Imperatore 7777. I was talking about you last night. Where have you been? Hello, Peter. Come. How is everything? It's good to see you. How is you still you're like a little tight. You got to loosen up a little. You know, get the stress out. You look like your heart is a rock. You know, like a statue. Look at the statue. You look like a statue. You got to loosen up. You know, just a little loose. Relax. So we got to watch Charles tomorrow because he's going to address it for us. How Peter is going to be able to stream with his, whatchamacallit. My XT is smaller and built better, but that's not what I wanted. 11:30 here. Your stream was great while I was editing. Oh, so you don't have use for me anymore? So you threw me out the window. Is that how it goes? I'm just kind of shocked. We're past the 2.5 hours on the A6100, the battery. I learned something. And then I'm going to leave it on so it'll charge overnight. Oh, Charles, don't buy an XT4 and then trash it. The XT4 is made in China. The XT2 is made in Japan. Big difference in quality. When I hold the XT4, I expect to feel a solid, well-built, sturdy, amazing camera. Fuji is known for that. And now Charles is trashing his XT4. It's made in China. The build quality is not up. Like a Venturi. What does that mean? What's a Venturi? You're going to have to define that for me, Nixon. I'm at the bottom, so whatever, just type it in now. And it's like, no wait. There's no waiting line. You are on hold for support. Your wait time is 2 hours and 13 minutes. I was on that a couple of times this weekend. So we're still going. We got 19 thumbs up. Oh, we lost half the room. There's only 14 people in here. I think the highest that we've been has been what? I think 23 or 24 people. And that's going up from when we started. When we moved over here, we were at like 12, 13, and we've almost doubled it. So we're doing something good. It's David. David's been pushing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can call it a night. I thank you. My mother thanks you. My brother thanks you. My father thanks you. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. I'm a Yankee Doodle boy. A real live daughter of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. All right, I think I'm going to sing us out. I thought I was. Good night, my love. Pleasant dreams, sleep tight, my love. May tomorrow be sunny and bright, and we'll be together once more. But before you go, there's just one thing that I would like to know. Will you meet me here tomorrow night, or will you sleep through it like Norm? But if you should awake in the mist of the night, please remember, friends, that I'll be there. You know I care. Please meet me here tomorrow night. Good night, my love. Pleasant dreams, sleep tight, my love. May tomorrow be sunny and bright, and bring us together tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. I love you, each and every one of you. Thank you for coming in, spending some time with me. I think it's fun. We build relationships, we spread love, and we talk about cameras, dishwashers, washing machines, lawnmowers, companies going out of business, new companies starting up, your YouTube websites, yes, and whatever else comes up. So until tomorrow, I think I'm going to say goodnight. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belt. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas, and some kind of love, my friend. I'll pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas, and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arm. There's nobody at the door. You said I wish this will never be over. Darling, it's time for your present. Come over here. Now it is time to get out in the snow, lighting a light with you. Choirs will sing and the joy bells will ring. nobody loves you as much as I do. It's a wonderful feeling from floor to the ceiling. It is that time of the year, drinking hot wine by the fire. Here on our own, we got nothing to fear. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. Pick up some candy canes and hang a wreath on your door. It's Christmas and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you.
watched another Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch Peter Gregg. Thank you for watching.